Some stories leave scars that never heal. Scars not on the skin, but on memory, community, and family. One such story is that of Jade Elise McKissic, a 20-year-old University of Houston student whose bright future was cut short not by death that we know of, but by the most terrifying silence imaginable: disappearance. It was Thursday, September 11th, 2025. On a day already heavy with meaning, Jade was last seen leaving the 3700 block of MacGregor Way, right by the UH campus. Friends say she was in good spirits that afternoon. She had plans. She had a routine. She had no reason to simply disappear. Yet in the space of a few hours, Jade walked into the night and was never seen again. Her disappearance hit her family almost immediately. By September 14th, with no contact, no text, and no calls, her loved ones filed a missing persons report. To them, this wasn't normal. Jade was grounded, communicative, and deeply connected to those around her. She wasn't someone who went off-grid for days. The silence was not like her, and so began the search. Detectives and campus police started retracing her steps. Who saw her last? Which cameras picked her up? And did anyone notice something out of place? But the deeper they looked, the stranger became. Jade's timeline stops abruptly near MacGregor Way. Cameras in the area either didn't capture her or footage wasn't available. Neighbors, students, passers-by, no one recalls seeing anything unusual. Even her phone, a digital lifeline, went dead. No pings, no location data, just nothing. How can someone disappear so completely in one of America's busiest cities? Her description circulated across Houston. Light brown skin, long dark hair, a rose tattoo etched clearly on her neck. Posters plastered light poles, gas stations, and dormitory walls. On social media, friends and classmates shared her picture with captions that grew more desperate as days turned into weeks. But still no sightings. And here's where the story becomes chilling. Was Jade the victim of a targeted abduction? Did she run into a predator who knew how to avoid cameras and silence her digital footprint? Could she have willingly walked away with someone she trusted? Someone no one suspects? Or did she vanish of her own will, escaping pressures we can only imagine? But there's something about Jade's case that feels different. Students don't simply disappear from a campus corridor in broad daylight without a single trace. If she was taken, how and why here? Why then? Investigators haven't disclosed much, likely to protect the integrity of the case. Yet every silence fuels speculation. Online threads discuss whether Jade's disappearance is linked to other missing persons across Texas. Could she have been trafficked? Was she lured under false pretenses? Or is the truth far closer to home? Her family refuses to believe she left willingly. To them, Jade was grounded, hardworking, and fiercely loyal. She was the type who checked in, who kept contact, who didn't just vanish without explanation. That's why the emptiness of her phone, her sudden silence, strikes like a cruel joke. The pain in her community is heavy. At UH, the disappearance shook students who once felt secure walking to class. Parents began calling administrators, demanding more safety patrols. Whispered warnings spread across campus. Don't walk alone. Keep your phone on. Stay in groups. Jade's name became a symbol of vulnerability, a reminder that danger sometimes lurks where it's least expected. And then there's a mystery itself. Some point out how eerily similar Jade's disappearance feels to other unresolved college cases nationwide. Young women vanishing near familiar paths, with few witnesses and little evidence. Are these cases isolated, or is there a chilling pattern no one is ready to confront? Weeks stretched into months, and Jade's case remained open but stagnant. No confirmed leads, no arrests, just questions. Endless, agonizing questions. Did Jade Elise McKissic encounter someone she knew on that September night? Could she have been planning to meet a friend, only for it to turn sinister? Was someone watching her, following her movements, waiting for the right moment? Or was she simply in the wrong place at the wrong time, swallowed by a random act of violence? The longer the silence stretches, the louder those questions grow. Every unanswered call, every night her family sleeps without her, the wound deepens. What really happened on September 11th, 2025? Why has no trace emerged? And how does a promising young student vanish without the world noticing? For her loved ones, the emotional toll is unbearable. Every new day is both hope and heartbreak. Hope that she will return. Heartbreak that the silence continues. They speak her name because they refuse to let her story die. They keep her image alive, so the world won't forget. And for us, for those watching, Jade's story forces us to confront terrifying truths. That even in familiar places, safety is never guaranteed. That even surrounded by people, someone can vanish without a sound. And that sometimes the scariest mysteries are not the ones in fiction, but the ones living among us unresolved. So I ask you, did Jade walk away by choice, or was she forced into silence that night? How could a young woman vanish in a city as busy as Houston, with no witnesses, no cameras, and no digital trail left behind? Was she lured away by someone she trusted, or stalked by a stranger she never even knew was there? Could hidden evidence still exist somewhere out there, waiting to connect the dots investigators haven't yet seen? And the most haunting question of all, where is Jade Elise McKissic right now?